How much would you pay for something that could reduce your chance of early death by up to 25% or more? Well, there is something that will do that, and it will greatly increase the odds that you will remain active, healthy, and engaged for longer. And the good news is that you won't have to buy an expensive drug in order to do it. In fact, the cost of this is virtually zero in terms of money. What is this miracle treatment? Let's talk about it. Hey everyone, it's Mark, and we are back with a video all about a simple, low-cost thing that you can easily do that can have a dramatic impact on the quality of your life, reducing your chance of early death and giving you a more engaged, active, and healthy life all along the way. Let's face it, none of us are getting any younger. Each day we're alive brings us closer to our last day of life. So the question isn't what we can do to live forever, because we'll never be able to do that, but what we can do to live our best life for as long as possible into life. And that's where reducing the chance of early death becomes interesting. Now, early death can be defined as death as a result of an avoidable or preventable disease. So think obesity, cancer, heart disease, diabetes, mental decline, those types of things. Now, unfortunately, these are diseases that affect a large percentage of people. So if there was a way to reduce the odds of getting these diseases, we could greatly increase the quality of our lives. So what is this easy thing that can dramatically reduce the chances of early death? Well, it comes down to three little words: daily intentional activity. That's it. No fancy drugs or expensive medical procedures required. Just basically getting up and moving in a focused, intentional way each and every day. Now, why do we know that this will reduce the chances of early death by a significant percentage? Well, since 1976, there have been two ongoing studies to track the activity and health of nearly 1 million people. These studies are called the Nurses' Health Study and the Health Professionals Follow-Up Study. Now, researchers have analyzed the data based on the association between long-term leisure time physical activity and what they call all-cause and cause-specific mortality or death. Now, the researchers have reported that meeting the moderate physical activity guidelines resulted in a 19 to 25% lower risk of all-cause and of what cardiovascular disease as well as non-cardiovascular disease mortality. Now, what are these moderate physical activity guidelines that they reference? Well, it basically comes down to 2.5 hours per week of physical activity. So that works out to be about 30 minutes a day, give or take. So many of you have probably heard about the importance of getting 150 minutes of physical activity each week. That's basically where it came from. Now, the good news is that you don't have to destroy yourself in the gym or on the elliptical or treadmill to get this activity. All you need to do is go for a walk. Yep, that's really all it takes to get that initial reduction in early death of 19 to 25%, especially if you are starting from a base of little to no activity. Now, if you want to add more intense activities like sprints, strength training, etc., you'll definitely gain some additional benefit. But that basic 30 minutes a day of intentional walking, think of moving at a brisk pace, getting your heart rate a bit above normal, so 105 to 130 beats per minute for many people, and keeping it there for a few minutes is going to make a huge difference all by itself. And I think that's important because many people mistakenly think that they have to do some complicated routine, hang out with the gym bros, or max out their heart rate every day in order to get healthier, when the reality is really much simpler. The problem is that many people start off with the best of intentions, do a couple of super hard workouts because that's what they've read that they need to do. They get sore for a week and finally say, screw it, this is too hard, I quit, and they never do anything else. Now, I blame social media and our culture of, all out all the time for a lot of this. Things where people will see super jacked individuals on Instagram, think that's the ideal and try to emulate that. That's a recipe for failure. So what's next? Well, if you're watching this and you want to get started improving your health and fitness, start by going for a brisk walk and build the habit of daily intentional activity into your life. It won't be immediate, but you will start to see results. And then you can decide to add in some additional activities like intervals or strength training. Add those into your routine, but don't feel like you have to do that immediately. The most important thing you can do is to just get in the habit of moving each and every day. There you go, a simple and straightforward way to dramatically decrease your chances of early death. Hope you found this video useful. If you did, help YouTube share it with others by smashing that thumbs up button. And if you want to be part of the community that we're building here, I'd love it if you would go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join in. That's it for now. Until the next one, be well.